let's talk a little bit about brand consistency versus local customization. So when you have multiple offices, brand consistency is really your friend, but so is local differentiation. So I put Morgan and Morgan up here more so to make fun of them because they have some, brand differentiation. They have like icons and stuff that are consistent across profiles. But I do think they could do a better job as far as their profile photos and that information to make it more unified. Okay. So when people are looking for a local attorney, they want to see that you're local. They don't want to see a 800 number here, right? They do want to see that local number. And in this case, that's correct. But even the pictures and everything, like they want to make sure that you are truly local to that area. And if they understand that's part of the same firm, that helps grow your brand presence. So you do need to keep your logo colors, your tagline, all of that consistent. But if I see this listing in the search results and I click through to your website, that's where I really do a lot of the personalization. You should personalize office pages with local photos, local attorney bios that are at that offices, references to the community involvement in that office or that location. I do driving directions from popular areas. That's more for the SEO side of thing than the user. But if you present all that and you present all that in a story brand format where you are really presenting that client is the hero and you're the guide to bring them to this level of success, to what they need to get back on their feet for whatever practice area that you handle, that's where you're going to see the strongest effect here. Because again, making fun of my own people here, because I did this for many years too. So I went like too far down the rabbit hole on digital marketing and SEO. And what that results in is you create pages for bots, right? Instead of users. And at the end of the day, you're running or marketing a firm. You need to make money. You need to attract more of these higher value cases or these clients that you want, whatever type of firm that you're building. And to do that, you really need to have a clear message. You need to have a clear ideal customer profile, and you need to tailor that page to them. So additionally, when we're talking about these location pages, I'm really talking about the page connected to your Google business profile, because if you have more than 2 or 3 locations, you definitely want a website, an individual page to each location. There's a nuance there, because I would actually say every firm should have a local landing page on your website for your office, but it depends at the end of the day on how authoritative Google sees your website. Like how many people are talking about you and mentioning you and linking back to your website that acts as a vote of authority. And it typically on those internal pages is for new offices. It's a bit of an uphill battle. Whereas if you're linking to your homepage, it's a little bit easier. But again, at the end of the day, if you have your ideal client and you've written that landing page for them, that they were in this horrible car accident and they're the hero and you're the guide to help them to reach that maximum settlement and stop the phone calls and stop the pain and suffering, all that, then you're going to get a higher conversion rate anyway. So that's why some metrics in this digital marketing as well are also, not that important or as important as you may think they are. So best practices when you're working with a brand and multi-location is to always use a single domain structure like yourfirm.com/ and then the location name. So if you're in San Jose, so you can concentrate your SEO and authority and maintain that unified brand. So, it's important also that you train staff and attorneys like how to represent your brand. A lot of people think of a brand as like colors and logo. Your brand is any interaction anybody has with your firm. So if I call your firm and somebody's rude to me, that is a bad brand experience. But if I call your firm and you answer right away and you're super helpful, that is a great brand experience. That's something where if you are providing a high level of service and all of these touch points, then you're actually going to get net promoters, people that don't just say, hey, that's a good firm, but people that actively go out and tell others about you. And that's the sweet spot you want to get to with this marketing flywheel, is you want to grow that visibility, run a good business, and then start building a lot from this referrals. Have other people talk about you because you do so much in the community